Hello, everybody. Here we are again for one more episode of this podcast that I really like, to say the least. And here I am with Guy to my left, Bilal to my right, Kashi below me, and Mr. Dev to his side. How are you today, guys?
Yes, sir. I'm great.
What about
How are
you,
you?
Dev?
How
It's
are
been a
you
long
doing
time that I
today?
don't
How are
see
you
you.
doing, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm taking each day as it comes. Okay. How are you,
You
Guy?
know, it's been raining here
Oh, send the rain to us because we need to do the
since
rain
morning,
dance.
unstoppable.
It's been months that we don't have any rain around.
Yeah.
Bilal, how are you?
Yes, everything is good. Thank you, sir. And I really miss you, all of guys.
Thank you so much. And what about you, Mr. Guy? How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Thank you for asking.
Okay. Bilal, what is the topic today?
Okay, very good topic, firstly. And our topic today, this is how do you handle changes in life, and are you afraid of them?
How do you handle changes in life? Are you
Right. And
afraid of them? Guy, what do you think?
It's a good question because personally, sometimes I have some. I am afraid about some things, but there is change that comes for for well. I don't know,
Mhm.
and so it depends of the change. Maybe the change make me feel afraid, maybe
Mhm.
not, but I like to know, I like to think that every change is for every for the better.
Mhm. And so you're not afraid of changes.
How I say, it depends of the change, but
If
no,
it's a good
normally
change,
no, normally
yeah,
no.
okay, got it.
For example, I change an activity in my life
Mm-hmm.
for this some days ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm enjoying, just
Mm-hmm.
enjoying, you know.
Yeah.
So it's depends.
Actually, I'm gonna ask the boys who had recent changes lately, and then I'm gonna leave Kashi and myself as the last ones because we didn't have many changes lately. So, Bilal, how is nursing life going?
okay, firstly, it's very tough.
Mm-hmm.
I yes, I because
Oh, 4 o'clock.
I was thinking about nurses' life. It's very good, but it's tough. But at the same time, it's very useful and helpful people.
Mm-hmm.
And when you help the people, you will how can I say that you will feel proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes, it's tough, but at the same time, it's beautiful because the science or the nursing, it's very useful for your life, useful for your family, useful for your friends, and helpful for your community, and useful for our personality. Because when you speak with the people around, our job, it's depends on based on the communication skills and the care at the same time. Uh, yes, there's a lot of changes in my nurse's life,
And
but
how do you handle changes? How do you handle
okay.
changes? Are you afraid of them? Do you like them? How does it feel for you?
Yes,
Mm.
at the first time I was afraid of them because there's a lot of things I want to handle of them. And when I
Mm-hmm.
look around me, because there is
Mm-hmm.
people, you want to read the policy of hospital, you want to read the protocol of hospital about any procedure, and you have to relax with yourself. You have to sit down with yourself and think, because if you want to do something, you have to relax and think about it. At the first time, it was very tough, but how can I handle with it? I come to home, relax, and read and watch videos on YouTube about nursing, because there's there's gap between university and the work. I think every major around the world there is a gap between university, what you're studying in university, and what you application on work. And yes, when I ask a lot of people, I really I go to my friends, because also they are nurses, and they give me some advice, and it was very helpful. So I want to say there is 3 steps if you want to handle anything. Relax and think about the problem, think about the matter, and ask the people who has experience in this major.
Of course.
And then, yes. And there's a lot of steps like pray to Allah, pray to something. Yes, that it will be very helpful. Yeah, that's it.
That's nice. Very nice. How about you, Dev? How has college changed you? Are you afraid of changes? How do you handle them?
I think that changes can be negative for some people and can be positive for others. And I think that it is natural to feel uneasy when things changes. And I try to see change as an opportunity for me to grow. As I am a student, I see them as an opportunity to grow. And I think it's okay to say that resisting changes sometimes creates more stress than just facing them. I think you should agree with it. And sometimes I look back on the.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you please.
No, sometimes there are changes where we need to think, because we need to balance everything and to see how we're gonna deal the situation, how we're gonna cope the situation, or even how we're gonna handle the situation. I totally agree with you. So
Yeah,
what you're
and
saying.
I believe that reflection is also necessary, as sometimes I also look back on my past experiences where changes led me to some problems or some positive outcomes that had come.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just keep things in my mind. I plan for some problems that I may face in the future because of the changes. So I think you should have a positive attitude towards changes in order to let them create a positive impact on your life and yourself.
I
And
agree
fear
with
is
you.
normal. Fear is normal emotion for everyone, and it's not something like you cannot come out of the changes.
Sometimes I think changes are beneficial. Changes are good for us. But sometimes changes are made for us to learn. And Kashi, as you and I, we were both the ones who had less changes, I guess, because you had Zoham, but Zohan is going to be 1 year old and it's around the corner already. In 3 months, he's going to be 1 year old.
Yeah.
And how did you handle with all these changes? Okay, you didn't change jobs, but you have a baby who depends on you, and you have a lot of things. How do you deal with these changes? How do you handle them?
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. And I am here to speak on this topic, and topic is good. If I see that the topic is how do I handle change in my life, and are you afraid of them? So I think there are 2 parts in this question. So I will start from the last. So, are you afraid of them? So, because sir, mostly, honestly, when uh, I feel change in my life, and I live in my comfort zone. When you are in comfort zone, and suddenly any change came up, and you feel, definitely you feel get anxiety, and you will think, oh, what's happening right now, and your mind will move, and you will not be able to do anything. You will not be able to think anything. So
Yeah.
I think it's difficult for anyone. So everyone, it's natural. Everyone tries to go in a comfort zone, but anything, if any change comes up, so it's a different thing for anyone. So I will explain some story, and I will explain that how I handle this change. Sometimes uh, I get different steps. I think, this time will go on, and you are feeling some pressure. So I take uh, I take it to solve. I take some steps and to solve it, and uh, uh, simple. I try to embrace from it,
I think
and
I
after some
agree. I
time,
agree.
everything's gone fine. Everything's gone fine.
I agree.
If I talk about my change in life, when Zohan came, and everything was disturbed. I was not able to handle anything. I was not able to attend different things, just because at the same time I have to do different things. But as time gone, so everything was on track. Right now, I came from office. I play with my son, and I attend this session, and I work on different projects. I get sleep, and everything's gone fine. So I try to manage everything, and right, I am trained for it, and right now I am
Yes.
trained for it. So that's all, how I was how I do in my life.
I think life
So
is a
that's
constant change. Is a constant change. Do I
constant
like
change, exactly.
changes? Do I like changes? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Because I like to reminisce. Reminisce is when you sit around a breakfast table or an afternoon snack table where you sit with your friends and you talk about the things that you want to talk. And I like to remember those times. I like to remember the day I met Dev. I like to remember the day I met you. I like to remember the day that I met Guy and Bilal as well. Everything. Changes are necessary. We change every day. If you ask for my opinion about something 20 years ago, probably today it's not the same. Sometimes I think about 20 years ago when I
Yes.
was in school, and I think like, why have I suffered about this? It was so small. It was only a test, and I was so nervous because it's behind me. Because changes,
Yep.
either hard or easy, they make us grow. They make us think. There are things that we don't want to change, but they need to change, and we have to accept them in any way, shape, or form. We need to accept it. Like sometimes I remember when I was on Hello Talk and everybody was together. Everybody had available time to be together. I would see Dev every day. I would see you every day. I would see Guy every day. I would see Bilal every day. Sometimes I miss this, but this is part of change. But although
Yes.
it's part of change, when we want to keep something, we make time for it. You know, it doesn't matter if you have a shift in the early mornings of the day or the late nights. If you want to talk, if you want to send a picture, you go there and send the picture. So the person knows that you're there. So the person knows that it was worthwhile, you know? Guy has a new job. Everything changes. When we make choices, we change because we have blue and white. If we choose blue, that's a change because we had two. No, I want to go with blue. It's a change. So life is constantly changing. Like in 10 years, Guy's gonna come to me, I guess, if I am still alive, and say, oh, Arthur is 10 or 11, and he's doing this and that. And then I can come to him and say, do you remember when I used to call you and tell that my oldest son did this and that around the same age? So change is necessary. When I see Dev in college now, if you ask me, do you miss the guys every day? Yes, I do, because I keep. But the activity changed from Hello Talk to Zoom because I wanted to have around me people who really cared about learning and who really wanted to learn. So changes are necessary. Am I afraid of changes? Yes, I am. Changes are so, how can I say, tricky is the best word for this. Because when we have an update on our phones, there's something new we need to learn. You say, damn, they changed this. Why did they change this? Then when you learn, they change again. So changes are constant all the time. And one thing that I've learned, I don't like easy. I don't want easy because easy doesn't make me grow. Easy doesn't make me think. Okay. So, I need to change the jobs. Okay. But it has something related to English. You can put me to teach maybe Hindi or Japanese or Arabic. I don't know. I can change jobs, but into my field. So there are changes that are hard. Yes. Especially when we lose someone or when we miss someone. You know, for us, it's very difficult. But there's something that we used to say that time heals everything. Time heals changes. Time heals everything. And changes are good. Yes, they're good. And people with changes, people have to change their attitude as well. Sometimes you need to be more patient because you need to learn something new. So for me, changes are very important. Are they hard? Yes, they are. Because I like to remember how it was in the past. I really like it. Sometimes when I have some free time, I remember when we were on Hello Talk and when we used to laugh and Dev would complain about his brother. I would remember all the good stories, you know, the competitions, but things change. Zohan wasn't here 1 year ago. Guy wasn't self-employed 1 year ago. Dev was into college, but instead of the examination phase, Bilal is now a nurse. So everything changes. I am older. I know much more English than 1 year ago because I study every day. So everything changes. Everything changes. My way of thinking. So changing is important. But what is different is the way we handle changes. Do you handle like this with a lot of care, or do you handle like this very fast? And let's go. No, in my opinion, to me, it should be like this because you have to see all the sides. But there are people who do this and change. So I think the changing is important. That's my input about this. I don't know if you guys agree. Do you have anything else to add that you would like to add about this? Are you happy with the changes that happened to you?
Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really happy with the changes about me
Mhm.
because it's unexpected, you know. So, but that's a good way that I found it, and well, let's enjoy it.
Okay. What about you, Dev? Are you happy? So far, so good?
Yeah, I do, but I want to add one thing.
Sure.
I believe that changes in life are inevitable, and how you respond to them
Exactly.
will lead to the next moment of your life. Like how you respond to them will change the next moment of your life.
Exactly. Bilal, are you there? Can you answer the same? That's fine. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe he's busy. Well, I guess that we are done for the day. It was a very good conversation. One more
Yes.
lesson learned, because it's good to share.
Yes.
And it's good to see you again, to see you all again. And see you all next week. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
See you
Thank you, guys.
later.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
See you later.
Hello, it's Rod Friend here, Gino from Real Everyday English. Sorry for interrupting your video. I just want to make a quick recommendation that you subscribe to Rodrigo's channel. He's an amazing guy. He's so humble. He's so dedicated, and he creates absolutely fantastic content. See you people soon. Bye-bye. God bless.